bringing us back. That's all I'm saying. You wanted to play some stupid shit earlier, but Kodak Black is the
Whoa!
man.
Whoa!
Listen,
Clearly, well, another
listen.
example, and clearly this year's theme of this football season is Michael
No.
Sanuti's not fit to
Stop,
be
stop,
a
stop,
father,
stop, stop,
and
stop.
your daughters
It's
will hate
okay.
you and
Oh, not
despise
fit to
you.
be a father. Oh, that's actually a compliment. Okay, good. I was like,
I said
what?
that you'll never be a father, is what I said.
Never
That
be a
you're
father?
not
That's
fit to be a
fine.
father. That's a compliment. No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
That's a
I
wait,
want
wait, wait,
kids.
wait.
Why the fuck would I want kids? Why the fuck would I want kids? First of all, this world is already fucked up. It's probably gone in the next 30 years. Two,
It's not
I don't
sooner.
get my money is my money. Why the fuck would I pay for uh little fuck face and little asshole to go try out karate for 2 weeks and then I just wasted $200? No, that $200 could be used to something great, like, oh, I don't know, bet or fucking
I don't know.
booze,
I can just
beer.
play gambling.
No, fuck those kids' happiness. I don't need kids, and if, especially if they're daughters. Fuck that. I don't want to talk about periods and pregnancies and then six dudes are coming in and out of my house each and fucking day
By the
for
way,
like.
I was gonna suggest a new segment called Period Talks. I don't know if you're interested in that or not. It's
No,
not what you think.
take
It's
that
not what
shit to the Ellen DeGeneres show for all I give a fuck. Or oh wait, is she canceled?
you.
Take
Yeah,
that segment
like
to
we're
the
about to
Ellen.
be after your rant here.
No, all I'm saying is I don't want to have kids if that means I gotta waste my money on these dumb fucks. Two, I already got enough stresses in life. I don't need little kids in my life too. The dog is enough. Keep the dog. Fuck it. The kids can go fuck themselves.
The
Maybe
song
I'll
we were
die.
discussing was Frozen. Let it go. It can build a lot of character and make strong women out of everyone and men. Welcome to Face of the Franchise. This is my show, of course, where
Yeah.
I am Daddy and
Nah,
Michael
hey,
Fair
welcome
Snooty
to
sits
Face of
on
the
Daddy's lap
Franchise. My name is
when
Michael
he
Snooty.
allows it.
I'm the
And we are
host, and I'm
starting
the
off
one who put it
today's
up.
show with
And this
another
is my boy
shitty
Lojo.
segment
Who
about how he's
this
going to be a
guy is
shitty
crazy.
father and should never have
No,
children.
you want to keep talking. This is what I'm saying. You think you're the host of the show, but you're over here wanting to have kids. You don't have your priorities straight. You don't. You
Listen,
want to have
after your
kids.
rant of basically, demeaning women as a whole culture, I
I
don't
didn't
think we'll
demean
be on the
women.
show
I
much
didn't.
longer.
No, I know what I've done in my life. Karma would bite me in the fucking brown ass and give me whores as daughters. That's not demeaning. That's just knowing I'm a bad person and God and karma are coming after me. So that's nothing. That is zero. That is nothing against the women, nothing against people who were brought up right. Your dad's had good karma. I don't. That is without a doubt 100%.
My number two, of course, is Michael the
All
sexist,
right,
not fit
number
to be a
one.
father,
Number
Shanuti,
one. If you do that,
aka the
if you
biggest piece
keep
of shit
doing
we
this,
all
see, this is
know.
the funniest thing. You all think Joey does. All Joey does is fuck up the schedule. Fuck up the schedule. Get on Skype, and he thinks he's the number one on this show. When I'm the one who puts out the videos, puts out the trailers. Shut the fuck up.
Who do
When
you
you
bend the
do
schedule
any of
to?
this shit,
Who do you bend the
if you
schedule
don't,
to?
who been fucking up
Son,
the schedule?
son, who do
You,
you bend the
you,
schedule to, son?
you.
Who do we
Huh?
have to have it work around just to
We
make this
can't
show work?
because what
Me.
am I supposed to do? Talk about it with myself? I'm supposed to talk about Hard Knocks by myself? What kind of shit is that? Are you? Come on,
You got
man.
other friends.
No, this. You're the one who told me don't get another host. I'll get another host. I'll get another co-host. If you don't want to do this show.
All right, well, this has been great. I've had a good time, and I'll miss all the face of the franchise fans, but I'm out.
There it is. There it is. It's over. Congratulations. This guy wants to have kids. Unbelievable. All right. Now
Another
to the
proven
real part of
star.
the show. Another part of this show. Well, let's just get into it because I brought it up. Hard Knocks. That
I got a hard out at 140. Just keep your eye on the clock.
the it's 105. Jesus Christ. Stop messing me up. So we're 2 episodes in. What have we learned so far? The Cowboys suck. They really suck. Two,
Yeah.
CeeDee Lamb is a
We didn't really
beast.
learn anything new so far.
So CeeDee Lamb is a beast. That's what. No matter who's the quarterback, he's a beast. He's gonna be he's gonna be up there sooner rather than later. And number three is I think Dak's injury is worse than what they're coming off of, and Hard Knocks is fucking up their whole plan of keeping it on the down low and blah blah blah.
100%.
And number four, I don't know about you, but that episode last night, at least episode two, was so boring that it's gotten to a point where I'm looking at my watch saying, when is this going to be over? Because I'm invested already 20 minutes in. The fight with Aaron Donald happened was it was very well blown by the media. So I credit to you, media, for making me wanting to see that fight, which wasn't really a fight, it was a tussle. And at the end it was just all stupid. And they just absolutely suck. They just absolutely suck on defense. They suck on offense. They can't win a fucking game. I'll be surprised if this team goes fucking 7 wins. I'm saying 5 to 6 wins. That's it.
I just locked in a bet with my buddy who I hustled a little bit last year with the Washington football team name to be determined later date, probably not. And and real quick, actually, real quick before I even get into that, you notice I immediately just avoided the whole topic. I watched the first 15 minutes of the first episode, Michael
It
Shinuti. I'm not going to
sucks.
lie
It
to you. I
sucks.
haven't
It
gotten through
sucks.
it. I haven't finished it. I'm not going to do it. I'm just not this year.
I
I
got
mean, I
to.
will eventually, probably like this weekend, but I'm not happy about it. I mean, it's
I'm
not, I'm not making it a
invested.
priority.
I already invested my time into it. It's already gone. Uh, All or Nothing made an announcement that they are not having a season this year. So great, they're going to hockey or some shit for this season. I don't know.
Well, they
So
didn't do it
I
last
guess
year either. It's just been awful.
I'm okay with this. Is You know what? I think it would be different if it wasn't the Cowboys. I just need some. Dak doesn't provide shit. Zeke is
Well, it's the
over there
third
eating
time,
fucking
right?
hummus
Like we
hands.
talked about.
Oh my god.
They're all whores. Jerry Jones will do anything to get his team a little bit more media attention, a little bit more media love. That's all he cares about at the end of the day. And, that's why every single year I'm motivated to make this bet with my buddy that I was just about to talk about. So every year we do the win record bet, right?
Yeah,
Cowboys versus
yeah,
Washington football team name to be
yeah.
determined later date. Last year, I wouldn't even say I hustled him. I would just say it was a fair bet. I say, give me a 2 point game spread on the Washington football team. Fair last
No,
year, right?
no. Oh, no. Listen, in your rights to do that because every
Thank you.
fucking Cowboys fan thinks they're going to the Super Bowl no matter what. The
Now,
amount of times I've heard Andy Dalton, Andy fucking Dalton was going to take him to the playoffs last year is insanity. Insanity. Continue. I'm sorry. I lost my mind because it's literally
yeah,
insanity with these people.
no, and it's one of those classic cliches of you do something again and again that and don't change it. That's a definition of insanity. That's a cliche. Cliche is a cliche for a reason, and that's
It's
exactly what it is
ridiculous.
with most of these fans. But here's what happened this year. Um, arguably even this year, more even than last year. Arguably pretty even teams this year. So I said we're doing a straight up. Now this guy's getting married in October. This guy is still butthurt that I quote unquote hustled him last year. And I just want your personal opinion. He guilted me and used the wedding to guilt me into agreeing to this bet. Basically said I had
What
no
a
integrity
douche.
because I hustled him
What a
last year.
douche.
Called my character into question, which I understand, but under these circumstances, it was not an appropriate call out. Your thoughts, your comments, are you still on my side here?
Yes, I am on your side. He is a
Thank
douche for using his wedding as an excuse. You made the bet before. You knew you were getting married. First of all, that didn't come out of thin air there, pal. You
you.
can't
And
move bets.
real quick side note, some other information I forgot to give you. We made the straight up bet at the bachelor party in which he agreed, and he did agree, caveat, he did agree, sober at a family lunch that he made all his friends go to at his bachelor party. Okay, so sober at a family lunch, he agreed to this. All right, he made a bet with his uncle and him, and he agreed to this straight up. And then he denied it, worked his wedding to get a spread, Thomas Chapa. Anyway, finish your thoughts there?
No,
Because fuck the hard knock segment.
Hard Knocks is crazy, but first of all, that bet is crazy. You should make the bet for the rest of your life, and you should come out probably on top every time.
Yeah,
So whoever this guy is, fuck you. I hope you listen to to the to
he
the
does.
the recording because I'm on Joey's side. So there it is. Fuck Hard
Go fuck
Knocks.
yourself, Thomas Chapa. You're a scumbag as always, and no one loves you and likes you. And I hope Kendall leaves you at the altar. All right. So with that being said,
Speaking of scumbags, the NFL players are scumbags. Here's the reason
apparently,
why. Here's the reason why. Every year they do the top 100. Every year we're so surprised by this shit. Every year people, whoa, they put fucking Christian McCaffrey 44 when he was injured the entire year. Oh, Saquon Barkley's going to be up there. Tom Brady's probably going to be number one because everybody sucks his massive cock. Like, listen here. I'm done with these top 100 lists. Don't come out with the top 100 lists anymore.
Just don't do
They're
it.
all opinion. They're opinion based. They're just
Right.
stupid. And why do we think that the players were going to be any different? Oh, because they played the game? No, because I've seen it before and I've heard it before that the players pick their own teammates sometimes. So their whole top 25 list that they create is all their teammates. I heard one guy from the Arizona Cardinals put all Arizona Cardinals. So of course JJ Watt's bitch ass is going to make it. Of course, fucking Chandler Jones is going to make it. DeAndre Hopkins, Kyler Murray, yeah, they deserve it. Of course they do. But where are they ranked? I
Tre'Davious
don't know
White at
because it never says.
95, dude.
I
Tre'Davious
just
White at 95. George Kittle at 50.
what? We're talking about probably the second best corner in the NFL and probably the second best tight end in the NFL, and they're down that
No,
low.
probably. They both are the second best, and that is solidified, in my opinion.
That's
Maybe
fine.
cornerback argument,
Again,
but
what we're having right now is opinion-based arguments because it's what you think it is. And some of these lists are created so late in the season that some people forget about certain players. Some people will just remember the players they just played. Oh, I just played against fucking such and such who never does anything good, but he had 3 sacks today. So here, let's put his name on the list. Like that's how it goes. And I don't want this anymore. I don't want CBS. I don't want ESPN. I don't want NFL Network. Stop. Just stop with these lists. Stop. It's getting stupid. Bring back the top 10 when NFL Network did that crazy show where they brought comedians talking about the top 10. And when the list was bad, they brought out the comedians again and they made fun of them. That's what we need. We need comedians rating these things and only top 10s, not top 100 because you fuck it up. You give them
I
more
want
numbers,
someone
they
to make
fuck
the
it up.
list that knows absolutely nothing about football because I think that's
Zero.
better than what we're currently getting with these top 100 lists. I mean, what about, though, a Little Joe and Pharaoh exclusive VIP top 100? We swear we're not like the other list. This is more than just opinion based list top 100 coming out this fall.
We make a top 100 list?
And it's called the Little Joe and Pharaoh exclusive top 100 list. Better than the rest of the list. This is super different, and it's not just opinion based list.
Nah,
It's
I
totally
can't do
opinion
that.
based.
I couldn't do that. I couldn't do that. Because
Speaking
we
of
just
eliminating lists, how about we make a list?
How about we make a list of eliminating lists? Let's do that. Let's do that.
Done. Check. Blue check certified. That's locked in. So we're officially here on Face of the Franchise. We're making a list to stop making lists, and we feel like this is the most effective way to make lists.
Done. Done.
Speaking of the most effective way that people now think you can determine quarterbacks, Michael Farashanuti is preseason week 1. Listen, I
Oh
am the
God.
biggest advocate of Zach Wilson in the whole entire fucking world. We know how I feel about him. Zach, I apologize for the F bomb there. Please do forgive me. And the Mormon church, please do forgive me. With that being said, we're ready to crown Zach Wilson and Mac Jones out of the fucking gate with, a quarter and a half of play.
Say that again. You broke up.
I was saying we're ready to crown. So first week, preseason 1, everybody's nutting all over, and you shouldn't because he's a Mormon. Zach Wilson and Mac Jones, who's probably cool with that.
Speaking of lists.
And we're ready to crown.
Speaking of lists, right there. Don't
Yeah.
forget Joey's top 3 quarterbacks, all Mormons. Steve Young, Zach Wilson, and Jim McMahon. No, this is what I want.
Proud
This is what I
Mormon
want to
strong
address.
list.
This is what I address because a lot of people are doing the same shit with Dwayne Haskins for the Steelers. Shut up! Shut up! It's preseason. Shut up! They're carving up backups. They're carving up backups when they actually are killing real teams. Please, please, for the love of Christ, to yourselves until then. That is all I'm saying. I want to hear about Justin Fields. I want to hear about Zach Wilson. I want to hear about.
I'd appreciate if you watch your language when we do discuss Zach Wilson, though. Thank you.
I don't give a fruit about Jack Wilson. I'm serious. Fuck all these people. Fuck all these people who are trying to make this a thing where
Hey,
we're gonna
quick
crown these
side note, dude.
Yeah.
There was, with all due respect, totally all due respect, as we said many times as we do this Mormon bit, all due respect to the church of the Mormon church and all that good stuff. But I remember specifically, and speaking of list, one of my Mormon buddies gave me a list of alternative curse words that I could use. Like fruit and fudge and pumpernickel, which I don't know which one pumpernickel was for. And it was just like it was a very fun curse word free alternative list. And I just wanted to let you know that.
There's another list. Where are we gonna stop with these lists? Lists need to be taken out. Take out
Out of
lists.
society.
Out of
We are now an
society.
anti-list podcast.
God damn it. But no, I mean, like it's just ridiculous. Every year we do the same thing. We get our balls so fucking tight because some rookie quarterback made a good pass on the second string corner of God knows what team. So I mean, it is what it is. Listen, I guess it's different for us because we have quarterbacks that we can trust, kind of. And like, if you're a Bears fan, if you're a Jags fan, if you're a Jets fan, then yeah, I get it. You've been waiting for a long ass time for a good quarterback. But just give it some time. Give it week one. You'll see Trevor Lawrence and Zach Wilson out there. You'll see Fields at some point. They're not going to ride Andy Dalton the entire way. So fuck them. I mean, it's just, anyways,
Listen,
fuck them.
it's as simple as Mac Jones and Zach Wilson have simply took their first baby step. Congratulations on your first step. We're real proud of you. Hopefully you put a couple steps together and then eventually you can take a stroll down the street and who knows, maybe go for a jog. But right now they've taken a baby step. That is all they have done. We do not need to crown these men, although Zach Wilson is already preemptively crowned for me. But again, just because Mac Jones and Zach Wilson have an 89 QB rating and a 52% completion rate does not mean we need to jizz our pants, ladies and gentlemen. In fact, that's not even anything near the realm of what I would call exciting.
It's just, I, I'm just astonished by everything I see on Twitter with this shit. I'm just astonished because everybody's just like, do people really love? I love football. I love football so much that I will do like some outrageous things. But to say a guy is so good on against like backups, I can't do that.
It was just very heartbreaking that we still cannot, Twitter cannot seem to learn its lesson in terms of just jumping all over what's hot and being reactory. Let's pull it back a little bit, watch a whole body of work. I mean, this should be common sense, but apparently we still talk about it every single year. Stop hyping up, motherfucker. Stop nutting early. Control your nut. Hashtag control your nut.
Especially Speaking of preseason,
There he
and
goes.
holding their nuts. There, you want to know one thing?
I was
Stop the
trying to pass
taunting,
the
Beverly.
transition to you. Here you go.
Stop the fucking taunting. If I see one more flag about taunting, somebody's gonna get stabbed in the nuts. How is pulling four guys and getting up and taunting? Shut up. Shut up. Taunting is taunting. Stop. And I'm gonna have to, and guess who had a problem with it? Fucking Jim Moore of the Giants, who's older than my fucking sack. Shut up. Shut up. Shut the fuck up. I'm done. Board of Football deserves taunting. I want people to hit him with the first down. People doing the goggles and saying "fuck you." Like, I need taunting. This is not. Stop. We're gonna get surpassed by the MLB in viewership because they're doing the bat flips and all this stuff, and all we're doing is hitting the ball off to
Getting
the
passed
right.
by the MLB viewership.
I'm gonna kill somebody. I am gonna kill somebody if this taunting penalty is still around by the regular season, because I don't think the players can stop. The players will not stop taunting. They won't. They can't,
It's
and I don't want
definitely
them.
oversaturated at this point. But I will go back to once again my dear friend and second tier host of this podcast. All I simply ask is that you go ahead and you control your nut as well. Speaking of controlling your nut, you're not
Shut
doing
up,
that in any
bitch.
aspect of
You
your
shut the
life.
fuck up, bitch.
You're not doing that in any aspect of your
I
life.
will
As you
fucking
are in
murder
how many
you.
leagues currently? You just joined mine. I believe you're at a nudes dozen. Is this correct?
Dude, 14.
So aggressively so. And with these 14 noon, I gotta know, how are you approaching it? What are we doing this year? We've talked about it in years past where, based upon the year, sometimes it's wide receiver heavy, sometimes you go running back
Yeah.
heavy. It's really year dependent. I think this year for me personally is much more of an even keel year. Actually, believe it or not, I believe this is the most talent I think we've had in a long time at
Oh
both
yeah,
positions,
and every position
where it's
actually.
a pretty wide gasp to where I'm more targeting positions that are need be. And these aren't, unless your name is Travis Kelsey, I'm not really going after these first round, but I'm making sure I'm going after these pretty early this year. And that for me
So
is a tight end slot and a flex spot. And even I would be going, if I'm getting a Steeler or a Washington football team named to be determined later date of the world, I'm going for them as early as round 8, round 9, maybe.
So you wouldn't draft Najee at 3 or set in the second round
And
or
that
Gibson?
I mean, if he was there potentially, it just kind of depends. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that what I'm looking to do is 100% solidify those spots over the wide receiver and running back. Like, yeah, I'll have my superstars. Yeah, I'll have my good guys, but I'm looking for those are the spots that people live and die off of.
So I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah,
Here's where you're messing up. I'm
I've
bringing
seen
stats because
defense and tight ends win leagues,
listen.
especially last year with the drought of
No,
the
no,
tight
no.
end.
All right. Well, okay, there you go. Okay, so here's my strategy. Usually, always. So no matter if I'm 1 or 12, I try to look at the running back position. Why? Because the running back position, you have two spots. Obviously, the all this different shit. They can run, they can catch, they can do all that stuff. But like, you know how many running backs got you an average of 14 points last year, Joey? Just take a guess.
Running backs average of 14 points. I'm guessing three.
No, no. It's actually
Oh,
I think the
average of
number
running
is
backs. Excuse me. Sorry, I'm guessing above. It's in the 20 to 30 range. Is what I'm guessing.
uh, you're in. It's in between what you first said and what you, your second guess. So it's actually 14 players or 14 to 16 running backs had 14 average points. How many wide receivers do you think got 14 average points?
I'm going to that 20-30 range again. Actually, no, no,
39.
no, no. I'm saying more like 5 or 6. I'm saying that was much lower.
39. So
Okay.
my my opinion is to always get a running back. So if I'm in the back of the first round, so say I'm 10, 11, 12. So the running backs are very scarce. But there are running backs that you could take a shot on, like Aaron Jones, Austin Eckler,
Yeah.
Gibson, Harris, who I just said. And you could
Robinson.
couple them. You could stop with the Robinson. You
I'm
could
not.
couple
I don't
them.
care why every motherfucker's
But you
hyping
don't
up
need
third
a you don't
backs
need to
running
get
back.
him, but you could get him later. That's what I'm saying.
James
Robinson
Robinson.
needs to. You could get him at the ninth round, 10th round, and be fine. I'll take him there. I'll take him in the eighth, ninth round. He's there. He's always there. I did a mock draft. He was there when I did it, so I was like, I'm gonna take him. Why not? So
Listen, I understand what you're saying 100%. To get that second, third, get the kind of second tier above like the top five that we all draft in the first five picks if you're in there, right? I
so yeah,
100%.
but
Give
like
me a
if you
flyer like an Antonio. Give me a flyer. Give me an Aaron Jones. Like you said, yeah, I'll take those all day.
so you want to do zero RB is basically what you say. You want to do a zero RB draft.
No, that's not what I'm saying at all. I don't know how you're picking that up. I'm saying that I will go ahead and I'm gonna go. It's listen. If I have a running back available, if I obviously have an Aaron Jones in the third round, or I have an Antonio Gibson in the third round, I'm going for that. That's a no fucking brainer. But
Yes.
I'm saying after that, let me solidify it this way to you, because I'm not gonna jerk myself off and butt fuck myself all season and leave myself to die. I if it is the top 20 running backs are gone, okay. Let's say the top
Yes.
20 are gone. The 14 to 16 you just mentioned are gone. Okay. Then that is when I am 100% going hard and I'm solidifying. I might get a tight end and back to back rounds. I'm saying, in
Oh
terms of
yeah.
tight
No, no,
ends you
no.
could
Yeah.
rely on last year,
Yes.
there was three.
So
There
that's what
was
I'm
three.
saying. So I'm
Maybe four with Andrews at
actually
certain points in the year.
you remember how you were telling me something about like, oh, you'd take Mahomes if he's in the fourth and you'd be fine with it. That's how I am with the tight ends. I am gonna target.
Okay. Okay.
I am gonna come out of this draft, every draft I'm in, with one of those three tight ends. It's gonna be either Kelsey,
Yep.
Kittle, and Waller. But
Not in my league, but yep.
it's gonna come at the expense of one of the other positions. And what position will that be? Probably my wide receiver too. Because here's the deal: my wide receiver two only has to outscore their tight end. If I'm thinking this logically, if you're thinking it as like a position by
I
position
see where
thing,
you're coming from.
because those three players at the tight end position put up wide receiver numbers. So if you
Yep.
couple them with a Justin
Put up
Jefferson,
top 10
with
wide receiver numbers.
yeah, if you couple him with a Justin Jefferson, you're fine. And your running backs are like who I said. You have an Eckler, you have a Harris, you have a Gibson, you have a
James
Swift.
Robinson.
You could go James Robinson, but that's up to you. My point is,
You're
you
welcome,
can
everybody.
have a solid. You can have a solid team. So my two positions that I want to absolutely make sure are solidified by the top 3 rounds are my two running back positions and my tight end. And then after that, wide receiver, dude, I could get a rookie wide receiver in the back end of the draft, I could get Jamar Chase. I could get
Yep.
Waddle. I could get Devontae Smith. Who says Devontae Smith is not going to be good? Fuck, they have no one else. They Rager, okay, whatever. Ertz, Goddard. Fuck them. I could keep Smith on my bench until he's ready, and he could be put out there. Shit, I could get Brandon Ayuk. He's going in the fucking 10th round.
By the way, Jalen Rager on the Patriots now, but yeah.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
$200.
Too confident. I swear. I swear. Who was Rager on the Patriots?
Nelson Aguilar. Nelson
Oh,
Aguilar.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
I
All right,
wanted to
fair
see if
enough.
you would take
I
the
haven't
bet.
smoked weed today, so my brain's not
If you want
functioning
to
like
take a
it
bet.
normally does.
But my point is that, and then think of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Okay.
Think about the Jacksonville Jaguars, the Chicago Bears, the fucking Jets, who have rookie quarterbacks who are brought in with bad running games, who have wide receivers that you can rely on. You could go after Laviska Shenault. You could go after Marvin Jones. You could go after a Moody late rounds. And then those guys could go into your spots later on. But there's no way in
Yeah.
hell you're going to find a running back in those spots that could take the spots later, unless it's Michael Carter, which is different. So
I think this is one of those debates where you can tell we're a little more civilized and we're on the same page here. I mean, like you said, I think you made an excellent point in terms of the wide pool of 39 averaging 14 points a game with the wide receivers. You can go ahead and I would even argue, let's combine both our strategies. You go running back heavy and you go tight end heavy.
Yeah.
First 5-6
Go
rounds
for
even,
it.
right? And then you can still have some salvageable pieces at wide receiver that will go ahead and beat out, sometimes some days the Justin Jeffersons or the
wide receivers.
right, or the Michael Thomases, or if you believe Michael Thomas is going to finally break out this season, or you name your superstar wide receiver of the world. I mean, there's a lot. I think it is the most saturated talent position in the league right now is wide receiver.
Yeah, you think about it. I watched something. I'll give you three names: Chase Claypool, Justin Jefferson, Curtis Samuel. You know what all three of those players represent? Players that were drafted outside of the top 50 wide receivers who became top 25 wide receivers later. Those three players I saw them on waiver wires at the beginning of the season. So if you do your research well enough, you can have a guy like that later on and you'll be fine. You'll be
And there's a guy like that every year. But here's the problem with that is don't go try to chase that guy because it's like chasing the dragon. You're never going to catch the dragon. The dragon comes to you. So with some well-researched, maybe looking at some college highlights, maybe seeing how training camp's going. But when you chase the dragon, because everyone says, oh, he had the 3 touchdown week and now I want him, that's usually where you get boned at. Look for the consistency. Look for a player you can trust. Look for a player with the foundation of the house. Don't build the house without foundation. Simple as that.
So, and there's two other things. Listen to what we're not saying. So if there is a Devontae Adams out there, hit the end of the first, and you're deciding between him and like fucking Austin Eckler. I mean,
take Devontae Adams.
It's Devontae Adams. And then number two, with the three tight ends, if you didn't end up with our strategy and didn't draft those three, please don't be a wiser and try to get like Hawkinson or Pitts or somebody in the middle of the 6th or 7th round where you could solidify other positions. Because guess what? You could get a upside guy later on. You could get an Irv Smith. You could get a fucking what's the guy from the Saints? I forgot his name, but he's a hot guy right now.
Guy from Alvin Kamara, Traquan Smith. Who are you talking about here?
Tight end.
Oh, give me a second. I literally played with him last night.
Adam something Trotman. No, Jared Cook's on the Chargers. Jared Cook's a good one. Jared Cook. If you think Herbert's going to be a top 10 quarterback, why not get the safety blanket? You know what I mean? Don't try to get the middle round guys and fuck up your draft. Either go big in the first 3 or just wait until later on, and then you can get a guy with value later on. So
it's hold on one second.
Trotman,
Michael,
I just said it. Adam
you didn't say the full. Why is it not showing me? Hold on with the full name though. You said what?
Adam Troutman.
Let's see. Adam Troutman. Sorry, I just got to double check here. Not that I don't trust you. Okay, yeah. I haven't heard the hype of him coming out so far. Again, 60-hour work weeks, man.
No, it's all good. So listen, we gave you guys your advice. Go crush your drafts. I know drafts are coming soon, so get out there and be there. And we're here. We're gonna keep talking about fantasy all year. You know, we have our um, famous ad drops. We have our MVP of the week. We have our dud of the week. We have people that we're gonna probably rant about on our teams, and you're probably gonna get an insight into our league. But hey, man, that is our show. That is Face of the Franchise. I am your host, Michael the Pharaoh Shanuti. That is my co-host, Little Joe Ooh. And we want to shout out our sponsors, Stuck Up Clothing, finest fashion money can buy. Follow them on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. New line drops every single time. Go and follow them on there, as well as Eyesight Mobile Eyewear Company. Get your eyesight fixed on your own
How long did it take you to come
time.
with that one? You're very excited about that.
Not really, but it is Eyesight with an eye. Follow them on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter as well. They have new sunglasses. Go get yours. Introduction by Jax. Follow her on IG. Her appointments are filling up quick. Please, please, please realize that you need to get your stuff done before you go to
What else
events.
there?
Don't be an asshole. Don't be an asshole. Don't go to events looking like an asshole. Get your shit done. Women, men, she does it all. She gets your hair, nails, everything finished. So that is our show. Again,
Smooth
thank
my
Breezy.
balls.
Oh, how could I forget? Brought to you by Smooth My Balls. But hey, see,
Do I need to
60-hour
start
work
doing the
week.
ad reads again?
60-hour work week. Hey, even you didn't know who Adam Trautman was, and you thought fucking Rager was on the Patriots. So even.
Okay, fine. I'll give that to you. Two
So
two
get
free nuts and for me, and just well about 4 or 5 from you. So yeah, we're even.
for all your college kids is back to school. You know what that means? It's fucking season. So get your Smooth My Balls razors and your deodorant, so you don't look like a fool the first time you pull your PP out. So Smooth My Balls, use the promo code 4CR20 to get money off. That's the number 4
And you
CR
know,
and the number 20. So what?
and you know, a guy that calls his cock his pee pee is getting laid all the time.
He's
Sam,
getting
Sam,
laid.
his girl always says, hey, Pharaoh,
No,
break out your
no
pee pees.
way, no
Break out
way,
my
no
friend little
way.
pee pee.
My left arm looks like the fucking arm, like Bucky Barnes in fucking Winter Soldier. I could crush cars with this arm because I am just jacking off so much. So that is our show.
But sometimes it's hard to find your little pee pee.
No, 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 no. Ask around. Stay
I have.
breezy.
It's not great.
Yeah, you have not because you would have not gotten that. Listen, I don't have time. I don't have time. Go look
You're
at the
too
Yelp
defensive.
reviews. Go look at the Yelp. Listen, man. There's one thing I know. It's jacking off of my dick. So stay breezy, stay easy. One
I'll
love.
let you have it. Ha ha! Funny